In the last 2 months, I've worked less than 2 hours per day on my e-commerce coaching business. However, I have made over $1 million in the same time frame. Well, if we're being exact, it's 2 months and 1 week. But you basically get the point. The question you should be asking yourself is obviously, how do you actually manage to do that on autopilot without having to put in your manual work? In this video, I'm going to give you the entire structure of my full team. Number 1 in sales, number 2 in client delivery, and number 3 in content. I basically have these 3 departments in a team, and combined we are around 20 people. So let's get right into it with service delivery. Now this is how everything is structured. Very first of all, we have beginners. So people who join the program who are dropshipping beginners basically have no clue what they're doing. That's the most amount of people who are joining. And this is usually how it's going to go. Beginners are the most, then you have intermediate people, and then you have advanced people who join. And obviously that means that they have to have the most amount of attention because it's just more people. We have 4 coaches in the team who are helping beginners to see their first success. These 4 people are all my more advanced students. All right, so people in the program who made anywhere between 20 and 100K in profit, they actually are eligible now to help super beginners to get to their first 20 or 100K profit. Obviously, these people are not going to be able to help people who already made $2 million and join the program. However, that's also not their job. So we have these 4 people who are coaching beginners. Then we have 2 people who are coaching intermediate people. So people who obviously have some experience with dropshipping. And these 2 guys are able to manage all the intermediate guys without a problem. And keep in mind, on average, every single month, we get 100 extra clients, which means that this team is one of the most crucial parts of the entire business because we need to keep everybody happy. And then we have our most advanced organic dropshipper, who's basically one of the top students. And in our specific case, we have TikTok organic dropshipping as the strategy. So you need to learn how to go viral and then convert the views into sales on TikTok. This guy is insane at spotting virality. He just sees a video which is gonna go viral before it goes viral, and he's the guy who's helping all the advanced guys. He's mainly focusing on the guys who are already in the more advanced program, which is basically our upsell to the normal clients, and also he's helping more advanced people who just join right away. And then we have 2 other people which are also there doing support stuff. Number 1, onboarding calls. So a new person who joins basically is gonna get an onboarding call, 30-minute call, and it's also one of my students who's basically guiding them through the first steps. That student already has gone the first steps, he knows how to do it, and he's just gonna help people along the way, but his main job is just doing an onboarding call. And the last thing is accountability. We have a separate person who's constantly checking in who's actually being productive in our program and who's just doing bullshit. And then we keep calling them out on, hey, why didn't you post this week? Hey, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you test a new product? What the fuck are you doing with your life? And it's constantly us calling them out and making sure that everybody is productive. Next is our sales team. And if you check in our calendar, this is how it looks. Green means that the person bought. This is, for example, last week. Okay, green is a new client. So on Monday, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new people. On Tuesday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new people. Keep in mind, these are multiple 4-figure sales each, so it's high-ticket sales. And all of these people are closed by only one single person. And it's basically my main closer. And that guy just has a fully booked out calendar, basically week after week after week. And if we just go back in time and time again, it's just every week looks like this. And we basically book him out on sales calls, and that's just how everything goes. So this is the closer. It's the same person who's doing all the follow-up calls as well. And he's the person who sells over 500K a month, a single guy. Why does that work? Because we have 3 setters. These 3 setters basically put the calls into his calendars, and all of their calendars are basically booked out with setting calls. So all they do in the calls is just finding out if people are qualified, and if yes, we give them to the closer. It's just wild to me that most of you guys are not doing it, but you need to have setting calls and then closing calls. It's 2 separate sales roles. And these 3 guys are basically in different time zones. Okay, so we have 2 people in Germany, 1 guy in the US. So we have a bigger time frame covered when people sign up. And here's a little hack which I'm going to give you here. When people sign up for, let's say, in 3 days, in 4 days, tomorrow, or whatever, they go through the type form in our website, they book a call with us on Calendly for, let's say, tomorrow. We still will call them right away. In the next 5 minutes of him person signing up, we're still gonna just instantly call them. And the setters are getting a notification, somebody new signed up, and they're instantly just calling them because there are no rules to this game. You think, hey, but this guy signed up for Thursday, 3 p.m. So what? If you call him now, he's most likely to pick up because he's literally there putting his name into your type form because he wants to buy your stuff. And the amount of people who pick up is like 95%. Everybody picks up because they're online right now. They have time. So this is something the setters have to do as well. Obviously, that's not something you can do all the time. So if you don't call them within the first 10 minutes, just call them in the normal slot. Well, the thing I'm currently working on is an upsell closer. So that's just a project which I think is going to get me from 500K a month to 750K, something like that, because it's just going to be a full-time job, a person who's going to try to upsell people who are already in the program. And that's something which I think is going to be a game changer. Let's find out. But I'm definitely going to keep you posted on how it actually goes in the next couple of months. Next is our content team, and it's a couple of people. Number one is the guy who's scripting my videos. This might be a surprise to most of you guys, but it's not me who scripts my dropshipping YouTube videos because it's just taking a lot of time. I basically have a person in the team who's really good at organic dropshipping himself. Just give me a bunch of examples of videos which I have to react to, for example, or give me just bullet points on which direction we're gonna go, and I say it on the fly. Like it's my thoughts, but he just gives me a direction, the video idea. All of those things are actually very time consuming to come up with. So it's not me who does it. I'm just there filming the videos. So this is definitely me. Didn't manage to outsource that one yet. This is the only part in the entire business which requires my active work. Next is a video editor. And obviously, if you watch this video right now, the editing is going to be on point. We basically have 2 full-time editors. However, only one is working for the e-commerce coaching business. And we have a second editor doing the editing here for this second channel. Next is a thumbnail designer. So very straightforward, just a person who does all our thumbnails. But also we have another person in the team who tells the thumbnail designer what currently is trending, etc. So the thumbnail guy is just creating the thumbnails. We have another person actually telling him what to create. The next thing is a person who manages everything. So that's basically Anna, who just uploads all the videos and makes sure that we post on time, puts in the link in the comment section, and basically makes sure that everything actually is on point. This is something which made my personal life much easier because I stopped having to worry about everything. I just know if I film, it's gonna get uploaded from the camera to the laptop, from the laptop to the Google Drive, from the Google Drive to the editor. That's a pretty annoying process. I don't like doing that. So that's somebody else doing it for me. Then the last thing is a media buyer. Our strategy obviously requires ads, and this is our YouTube channel, which has 50K subscribers. However, most of it is not fueled organically. It's actually discovery ads, which is basically getting recommended next to other people in your niche. So if somebody searches dropshipping, I'm the person who comes up on top. And if they click on somebody else's dropshipping video, I'm going to be there next to the other videos recommended. Most people don't even know that that's an option, but this is something which just works like crazy. And 100% of our leads come from the YouTube channel. So it's not that I'm fueling all of this with Facebook ads or something else. And this is probably going to blow your mind because the same exact time period, which I just showed you on Copecart with the sales, let's check that out in ad spend. And in total, to make $1 million, we have spent 38K. So the ROAS on our ads are insane. 38K spent, $1 million made. That's a ROAS of way over 20. And I basically have a separate video where I talk about exactly that. So how I actually do all the YouTube stuff, how I structure the ads, etc. You can check it out somewhere here. However, the offer we actually have on this channel here is a very special one. It's basically going to be me running ads for you and also coaching you through the process of making amazing YouTube content and building a perfect team, etc. So it's going to be me reviewing all the video ideas you have, all the scripts you have, all the videos you posted, and making sure that you build a proper personal brand on YouTube and start getting leads through that. Because honestly, that's literally the best strategy out there. I've never seen anything like this. Spending 40K and making $1 million in 2 months is just absurd. So if you're ready to get started with me already, click the link below. If not, then check out the video on how I actually run this strategy on YouTube. It's going to make a lot of sense for you, and I will see you there.